Good evening. Good evening from Mindanao. Cup of tea time. Good evening, Philippines. Sa Pilipinas. Good evening, possums in Australia. Good evening, Brexiteers in the UK. Or wherever you are. Hello, everybody. We were debating whether to go live or watch TV. And we didn't make it out of this room, so we've gone live. I wish we could bring plenty into this channel. Instead of watching Dame, what's the call in the Philippines?
No.
Who do they watch? I'm thinking Dame Edna because they said possum.
Showtime.
Who do they watch in the Philippines? That comedian.
Vice Ganda.
Vice Gander. Never mind Vice Gander. Get on here and have a chat with us. Vice Gander. I knew the song Goosey Goosey Gander. Any relative? So, this is like starting your car up in the cold. You just need to get a bit of a warm up to get it going before everybody floods in. I don't think. The only flooding here is the Agasan River, Mindanao, and we've experienced that for sure. I thought I might be able to stay in bed when it flooded. Maybe come up to the top of the bed, but it came up to our necks when we were stood up. We had to go. Sorry, am I disturbing you?
Mm-hmm.
Very sorry. Just trying to get a reaction.
I'm answering some questions.
Oh, good. Yeah, that Agasan River, when it breaks its banks, you know about it. And if you're down by the riverside, that's for sure. Yeah, it came up to our necks. Jean says, are the kids all right? I says, yeah, I got hold of their hands. Your father was nearly on the roof. Your father was the last one out, like the captain leaving the ship. I think the barangay captain came by for him in the boat.
Mm-hmm.
He was just climbing onto the roof. Come down off the roof, Alberto. Get in the boat. Why you didn't leave earlier? I think everybody's busy tonight. Maybe they're all eating panzit canton, chicken adobo. Chicken and rice, we had that earlier. At least I did. This afternoon, grilled chicken. A grilled chicken in Botswana. I forget the name of the place. Chicken.
Dermanok.
Huh?
Dermanok.
De Manok.
Mm.
Chicken de manioc, delicious. And all the rice you can eat. Although it gets a bit embarrassing if you keep going back 4 or 5 times. But certainly they'll bring you an extra scoop.
No,
Huh?
no,
No what?
no,
No what?
no,
No?
no,
No? No.
no,
Dilly.
yes,
Is this some sort of word game we're playing?
no,
Yes.
yes, no,
Did you ever have that game on the TV here?
huh?
Did you ever have that game on the TV that the quizmaster keeps asking questions? And if you say yes or you say no, you're out.
Really? I don't know that game.
Yeah, he'll say something like, "It's a nice day, isn't it?" And you'll say yes. And he'll press a gong, you're out.
I don't know.
Michael Miles, I think it was.
I'm going to have a
Oh, lovely. That was a simple game, but effective. Yes, no. Maybe we should play that. But instead of saying yes, no, we could say uh-oh or dilly. And if you say it, you're out. Oh. Chatting on here is a bit like talking to you, babe.
Mm.
It's like talking to yourself. In fact, when I talk to my partner, Jean, now, she's like lost in thought a lot of the time. I've started answering myself. I have to keep talking here because if somebody tunes in later, maybe they'll watch it, you know. They'll probably watch it and think, look at that silly devil talking to himself all night. But you get used to it, you know. I talk to our teenage girls here, but I don't think they take any notice. They've got the perfect excuse. They don't understand me. But I think they do. Ah, Graham is here. I was thinking the same. Hello, Graham. What's that silly devil talking to himself? It's a bit like that here. I talk to Jean, I don't get any answers. I really do start answering myself. It's sarcasm, really, but she don't get it, so I just carry on.
I told you that I'm busy answering some comments.
I mean, generally.
Really?
Generally, yeah.
You really want to topic that one in this live now?
No, not if it's gonna be a problem, no. Graham is here. Behave yourself. Yeah, when you're
Because every morning you get up before me, and then when I get up, when you saw me that I'm already up, you ambush me with all your blah blah blah, and then my mind is still sleep. You know
you're
that?
still asleep and I'm wide awake.
And then
I've been looking for somebody to talk to for 3 hours.
You ambush me for your blah blah blah, so I get shocked. My mind is not still sleep. You're
asleep, but I'm up raring to go.
We are. Honey, we are living 14 years already. I thought that you know me already.
14? That's an exaggeration. Graham says that's a common thing in the Philippines
that
with
every
expats.
morning that I am like that. You know that already, don't you? And then why you keep
squeezing the
complaining?
back? Why are
So
you trying to crush my head online?
yeah, so because all my
My
all
face
my
is going red.
all what I'm saying now, it sink into your head.
Yeah, Graham says early morning could be a good time to stream. Yeah, I agree. I was going to do this morning, but
But what?
we have to go out shopping and to the bank and stuff.
Wait, that is not morning.
That's how I started off, Graham. The first stream we did was it me? Yeah, I got up early and streamed. I was chatting to Graham and John and Scott and I might get up early tomorrow and do one. I'm more awake in the morning this time of night. What time are we on? 8:30. Sleep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Jean's all in
So,
agreement for
yeah,
that.
Graham, I know that you can hear me. That's a good idea. That's a good advice that you tell him. So when I'm up, he is already exhausted. So he don't have any words to say to me.
You like it quiet in the morning.
Yeah, because I like quiet in the morning. I don't like to talk. So my mind is still asleep, but physically I'm up, but I'm still asleep. So he is already tired talking in live, so he don't talk much to me. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, but
You both
but at some point in the day, you can't stop talking. What point is that?
in the day,
Mm.
if I am fully up.
Graham says, rename this stream so you think Filipinos are subservient. Let people know it is not true.
What does that mean?
Subservient means do as you're told. That's a joke.
Do
Obey me. That's why you won't get married. You have to honor and obey.
Mm.
Graham understands you. He needs 1 hour before can talk with others. I can be like that sometimes, I suppose. I can't talk to anybody till I've had a cup of tea.
Wait, but you can talk to the ants today.
Yeah, I had a bad start to the day today because I went outside, stood on the pavement, barefooted, and was attacked by 20, 30, 40 red ants. Oh, for an hour. Terrible. Yeah, some people are morning people and some people are evening people, I suppose. Graham says these red ants are vicious little buggers. Yeah, I've avoided them for the last 6 months. Maybe I've been bitten once, twice, but this morning, 20 or 30 got me. I must have been half asleep when I stood out there. It's as if they're all on your feet and one of them gives the word attack and they all suddenly at the same time bite. Oh, your feet are on fire. I rubbed some of that mint stuff on. That seemed to ease it a little bit. What they have here, mints, I think it's a bit like that deep heat stuff. Terrible red ants, Graham. Terrible. I'd imagine we don't get them in the UK, red ants. I've never seen any. You must get those in Australia, I'd imagine. It's a similar neck of the woods.
Graham, what is your dinner today? Pizza or Thai-bone? Everything in the Philippines
I've had cheese and
wants
onion
that
sandwich
white flesh.
because I saw half an onion going begging because they never use a full onion here. I can eat an onion like an apple.
Yeah, the ants here, they are. If I stand there and he stand there, they attack him more than they attack me.
Graham says everything in the Philippines wants that white flesh.
Mm.
I don't go brown easily because I've got like freckly skin, white skin.
Yeah, so the ants.
When I get back to UK, they say, "Oh, you're not very brown. You've been away 6 months or whatever." But if you take your shirt off here, something wants to eat you. You see all these insects queuing up with their knives and forks. Yeah, if there's a mosquito in the room at night, it'll attack the white body and leave the little brown one alone. We must taste sweet to them, I think. But red ants, terrible. I was reading about a religion in India, Jainism, and they won't kill anything because they think it's going to get them bad karma. They won't even dig root vegetables up in case, one, they kill the vegetable plant completely and disturb any little insects. I was wondering, what would they do if they stood in the middle of a load of red ants like I did this morning? You've got to knock them off to start with. Then you get vindictive, you go back with some spray. Graham, I had chicken, cheddar cheese and rice with vegetables. It has some chili and garlic cooked in a pressure cooker. Jean, come and see what Graham's had for his dinner.
No, teka, tigdi ka na libang.
Joyce Vlogs, hello. Host. Hello, Joyce Vlogs. Good to see you again. I just saying, Graham had a lovely dinner, chicken with cheddar cheese and rice with vegetables and some chili and garlic cooked in a pressure cooker. That cook it fast, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Sounds delicious.
Mm.
You can't get a lot of cheese in Philippines, as you all know. I miss blue cheese like Stilton or Danish Blue. Or if you've got a bit of money, some Roquefort, French cheese. Hello, Joyce Vlogs. We're talking about food. Graham says hello. Graham is a good chef. He's a good cook. He's always telling us what he's eating. M. Jean Vlog says hello to all. Joyce is here. Joyce Vlogs.
Yeah, hello, welcome Joyce Vlogs. Hello host, hello to you. Kumusta ka? How are you today? Maraming salamat sa pagpunta. Maraming salamat sa pagbisita. Thank you so much for coming in here. So, how's your day? Graham, how's your day?
That's Graham if he cooks like this when he comes to the Philippines. Just an Aussie thing. He's got all the ingredients available.
You can get good cheese, but
Yeah,
you
that's what
need to
Mike says.
chill the
Mike can
crime.
find some cheese in Bickle area, but it's expensive. I suppose in Robinson, I've seen some, but very expensive. I didn't dally long on the cheese aisle there.
Mm.
It's arm and a leg, yeah. It's like buying grapes and things. You all want grapes here, but I'm happy to stick with mangoes and bananas. Plenty good fruit here.
Yeah, but you know, those kind of fruits, they are not common in here, so that's why
Because
we.
it's not common, you want it, but I'd rather have a mango or rambutan or something is as good. What's those other things? Lanchones, delicious. Graham says his girlfriend cooks like a local, so I make my own. Then she eats off my plate. I think I said to Mike over in Bicol, what do you eat when you're in the Philippines? He says, anything I cook myself. Yeah, I bet she likes Graham's cooking. Chicken with cheese and veg.
With cheese?
Cheddar cheese.
Uh,
Somebody once cooked me chicken with some, it's like a bit salty, smelly cheese. Stilton. That was delicious.
there is mana cheddar cheese in Robinson, but it's expensive.
Yeah, what's Graham saying? And I've seen it, yes. So
There is
I don't
also,
get too involved at that counter.
there is also Parmesan, but
Parmesan, you've had
it's
it before, haven't you?
it's
For your pizzas
expensive.
and things.
Huh?
Was it? What did you buy it for?
I didn't buy
I
like
thought
that.
you did.
No, because it's
What were you
expensive.
putting on your pizzas then?
It's
Mozzarella.
Oh, yeah, it's cheddar, but what I mean is mozzarella.
A tin of baked beans becomes suddenly palatable once I've been there a few weeks. You don't get many beans in the tins of beans here, though. It's all the juice. You only get a few spoonfuls in a tin of beans.
She's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, there's some good dishes here,
Ang
but
namin sa taas na. Pumunta na akong gason ang Tupperware.
Lasang Tupperware kaya nga migas. It's always sounds, yeah, your meal is, Graham, it always sounds fantastic.
do you think your kids will eat it though? Because they won't eat anything I cook.
Because your cooking
It's not
is like,
fantastic.
it's like experiment.
Yeah, it's probably that fish curry was a bit.
Maybe you, because you pick a
Wrong fish. When Sarah did it in UK, it was delicious. I think she cooks like a scientist, though. She measures everything very accurately
Mm.
and makes sure she has all the ingredients. She doesn't sticks to a plan. When I first came to the Philippines, that's what I was buying. I was in Mindoro, baked beans and eggs. Graham says, don't take offence, Gene, but my senses do not register most local foods as being something I can put in my body.
What does that mean? So he don't like Filipino food.
His senses like taste and, smell tell him that most local foods are something he doesn't want to put through his mouth.
So you won't survive if you came here to the Philippines.
He does his own cooking.
But it's not much choices.
That's why you have to be a good cook and use what you've got here. I'm lucky I've got a good chef here. Am I saying the right things, babe? She says I am too much fussy. Yeah, I'm fussy, Anna. But I'm fussy in UK. I'm fussy in the UK. When I go back and get a takeaway, sometimes it's all to do with bulk. They give you a massive portion, but it don't taste good. It's as if it's greedy people going in and they think, I just give them big portions, satisfy, their hunger. But I'd rather have small portions that taste nice. It's best to stick to the places you know. There's nothing wrong with being fussy.
I got mints in my stomach again.
Graham says there's plenty of fresh vegetables and fruits in the Philippines. You can make great food there. Well, for sure, the fruits are fantastic here. There's some fresh veg we struggle to buy, but it depends where we're buying it. We've been going to the Mal Gazano for veg. I find sometimes it's old. But the local fruit man here, the cauliflower's delicious and fresh off him. And it's just closed down now. Fruit here is delicious. I can't eat bananas in the UK. They're so fruity here. You get back to the UK, they taste stale.
How can he taste it if you don't eat local food?
He uses it. If he cooks it himself, he'll use the veg, won't
It's local.
he? Stop splitting hairs.
What about,
If he cooks it himself, he knows what he's doing.
So he won't eat in the restaurant.
No, he probably will if he goes to one he likes. Go to the wet market, cheapest chips. You won't take me to Lanian's, will you? Although we go to a little fish market. We were there today buying bangus. That's my favourite fish, milkfish out here, bangus. In fact, I could eat that every day. Bangus, rice, with the soy sauce, the limes mixed in, and the chili pepper. have to go to the Lanihan for a good look round. Why you don't take me there?
It's plenty bad guys there.
Plenty bad guys. One more won't make any difference. Yeah, but I suppose the little fish market we go to is okay. They look forward to us coming now. They make their day if we go and spend a bit of money with them. Graham says, listen to this one. Graham says, items such as evaporated milk, condensed, or magic syrup go straight in the bin. She knows not to try to put those things in the house now. Evaporated milk, condensed milk. They're a big favourite here.
Why?
Well, I don't eat much of
Why?
that stuff. Jean says, why do they go in the bin? Because they use them here. Tarina's just made mango float. But I'm not a big fan of that, really. I haven't had any.
Why would
I'm a
they
big
say that?
fan of eating fruit, natural.
It's the explanation. If they would say it's not healthy, rather than cheese also,
Yeah,
it's
great.
not healthy.
Jean says, why don't you like evaporated milk and condensed milk? I haven't. The kids make, what do you make at Christmas and put in?
What
Heart
about
atta-
what
he
about
says heart attack food, that's why, Jean.
yeah? What about the cheese?
She says, what about the cheese? He'll have it in a small portion. They do have a lot of condensed and evaporated milk in the Philippines. The shelves are full of the stuff. Maybe you shouldn't have that then. We haven't got Doc Martin, but we've got Graham to advise us. Yeah, that's right. Graham says cut up some local fruits and add a little yogurt. And we buy yogurt, don't we? We got we freeze it. We freeze all these little yogurts. That's what I eat. But we eat it like an ice cream. But I also like natural yogurt. I used to have it with curries. Yeah, a bit of yogurt is right. A bit of yogurt with just your fruit cut up and just pour it on.
I don't answer about the cheese though.
Jean says, what about the cheese? She says, that's bad for you.
It's worse than condensed anymore, the cheese.
Yeah, tin foods are popular because many grew up without a fridge. Same for salted foods like fish. A lot of tin foods are processed. I mean, they sell those big tins of fruit, and we have bought them at Christmas. But all the fresh fruit in the Philippines, fresh pineapple, mango, you're spoilt for choice. We should just go to the fruit shop, really. We do it for ease because plenty visitors around, you know.
Oh, we're not using often also the condensed
Graham
milk.
says cheese is only 2 or 3 times a month. He don't eat a lot of cheese.
We don't either. We're not using every day the evap and the condensed.
You use it for making ice cream, don't you?
We are making ice cream every day.
No.
How long? Maybe how?
Oh, ages. It goes in the mango floats and stuff, doesn't it? Graham says, Mick, tell Jean about natural cheese, not that processed mug. It's mainly processed cheese out here, isn't it? I suppose that Eden, is it? We get that. I've just had a bit tonight. That'll be processed.
It's all processed.
Plenty processed stuff out here, I think.
If you want to make your own cheese, you can make. Mozzarella, you can make.
I think, when the kids make things, it's big effort, and all you need is to cut some raw fruit up, and like he says, put a bit of yogurt on the top. Delicious. I could eat a tub of natural yogurt on its own, a biggish one. I used to buy it if it was reduced in the supermarket, because you get it for next to nothing.
You can owe your viewers 60 commentary.
You better give me a hand then. Come and chat.
No.
Right. Don't be hard. It's very hard to get. It's plain hard to get here, Graham.
Because my back is aching.
She's got backache.
So I put mints.
My feet were aching. I put mints on that. Maybe you can lose some viewers if they want to speak Visaya. I can't do it.
And they just look a little and then gone. They don't send a message.
Graham eats a simple fruit salad every day when he's in the Philippines. And his wife takes pride, his partner takes pride in making something that he likes. That's good of her. She's looking after you, Graham.
But here we don't make salad, we just eat the fruit.
Yeah, we eat it in, I suppose, a mango on its own after dinner. I eat oats every morning. I throw in a few salted nuts. I suppose I ought to get different sort of nuts. And either a banana or a mango. Sometimes a bit of honey as well. Or a bit of pineapple. It's the best for me. It's the best meal of the day. Although I like chicken and rice and fish and rice. We don't mix them together, do we, really? That's something we used to do in the UK. Fruit salad. We used to put apple, oranges, bits of banana, strawberry. Mix them all together in the dish. Oats are good, keeps you regular. So far. But some things, Jean won't eat them. Some things she don't eat. She has acidic stomach sometimes, so some fruits she's careful with, and also high blood pressure. And I've looked at oats, and some doctors say it's good for the heart, and some doctors say don't eat oats. I don't understand why. There seem two different opinions on oats. Yeah, them oats never did the horses any harm. And it's an easy dish. You can put it together in a minute, 2 minutes. Saves getting the rice cooker out. You should talk to Graham and get him to put some meals together. Some suggestions for you. Also, with 3 teenagers here, me, who eat differently, 5 of us, there's 5 different tastes here. Somebody don't want chicken. Somebody don't eat certain foods. The little one only wants boiled eggs sometimes and pansy canton. It gets complicated. Yeah. High blood is very common in the Philippines. He says it's a dietary thing, but try that, telling that to a Filipino, and you will get your ears torn off. It is a common thing here. Your mother also, high blood pressure. We've tried cutting out fried stuff, haven't we, really? Even virgin olive oil, we don't even use that so much now. Reduce the fats. Yeah, we'll have to make a bit better effort, I suppose. Huh? I've noticed here the chemists are always very busy as well. You can pass all the shops and most of them can be empty, but the chemists, they're all too deep at the counter. They must make a fortune, the chemists here. If there's just you and your partner there, Graham, it should be easy to know what to cook. But if there's a family, it gets more difficult. All want different things. Hello, everybody out there. Come say hello. We're talking about food. Talking about food and what we should be eating and what we eat. No good for us sometimes. It's the snacks as well are no good for you. Graham, I'm no expert and I don't often follow what I know is right. The trouble is I really enjoy my food, my grub, as we call it. Yeah, I have a sweet tooth. I try and cut sugar out. I don't take it in tea, but I like cakes, chocolate. I've discovered Choco Mucho here, and I like to eat at least one of those every day. Think back, Mick, when I was a kid, you ate what was put in front of you. I tried to do that with my kids here in Oz, but the ex had other ideas, so that was a flop. Yeah, and I didn't like my mother's cooking that much. Some of it was good. Sunday dinners were nice, but a lot of it was boiled potatoes and stew meat, and we like things like egg, chips and beans was a safe bet with my mother. We always said she cooked for my father, so whatever he liked, you got as well. Gene Vlog, talk about what we gonna cook for tomorrow. Hee hee. Depends where we are. If we're out, it's easy to eat out, isn't it? Hello, Salah Nanito. Precisely. What does that mean? Well, I know what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I'm going to get up. I'm going to have oats with banana because we've just bought a fresh bunch. I might even have some mango, a few peanuts and a bit of honey. Gene Vlog says hello to all. Who's there? Hello to you. And I'm going to have lots of cups of tea. It's probably not great drinking hot drinks, but at least you're getting liquids into your body, I always think. I think that's probably the healthiest meal I have in the day. Fresh fruit with oats, a few nuts. Graham, you have nice meals, but it must be hard cooking for you just yourself. It's like no let-up preparation. But I suppose if you enjoy your food, you'll do it. We have a lot of oops, the voice is going. We have a lot of grilled chicken here, though. That's got to be okay. We buy those chickens that go round on the grill. That's an easy meal, you know, if in a rush, not cooking, yeah, just go and get one of those. I think they're 180 peso here. And that's an easy because just put some rice on. It can be easy to miss out on veg here if you're. That veg soup you've been doing's been all right with mungo beans, is it? Huh? Mungo beans, coconut milk, eggplant. I like that. I can eat that all often. Honestly, when I finally got rid of the trash a few years ago, I thought, how hard can this cooking thing be? I soon worked out I needed inspiration, so I turned to YouTube. He's been watching YouTube for his cooking. Yeah, you can find everything out on YouTube.
Mm.
It's like an encyclopedia, isn't it, the internet? Anything you need, you can find on there. Or a demonstration, just go on YouTube. I bought a slow cooker here, and I quite like what I've been putting in there. But they're not all that keen on what I'm doing, are you? The girls don't like it. But I put broccoli and cauliflower and potato, plenty of veg in there. I quite like using a slow cooker. The good thing about doing that is you put it on in the morning when your energy levels are high. And when you're flagging a bit at 4 or 5 o'clock, you've got to start preparing your dinner. It's already cooked for you. We haven't used it for a while, have we? No, Michael, we haven't. I must use it again soon. I like how all the juices blend together in a slow cooker as well. Something else, says Graham. My girl is simply bliss. I wish I travelled to the Philippines after I left high school. I'd have been a millionaire by now. Oh, how do you work that out then, Graham? Slow cookers are great, very simple to use, dead easy. Just put your stuff in and your ingredients and leave it. What? How would you have been a millionaire, Graham? And is that because your girl is simply bliss would have encouraged and helped you, or left you alone to achieve it? I suppose you see opportunities here that you don't see in Australia, but you have to do everything through her. You'd be better in the Philippines as a young man, because could put some of your ideas into the mix. She asks for nothing and is very frugal. Who who, unlike my ex, was the complete opposite. Yeah, she probably used all your money by the sound of it. You'd be a millionaire because you'd have kept hold of what money you got. Graham sounds as if he's worked hard, but a lot of what he's earned has gone out. I got it, yeah. I think you're frugal. You don't overspend, do you?
Well,
Frugal means, it's not a word I use often, but careful and not spendthrift. I'd say you're like that. Graham says his partner doesn't go mad, doesn't need to go spending loads of money.
what's the connection to that to me?
I said you're probably like that.
Probably, so you're not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you're okay with money. You go to the Okie shop, you must be. Yeah, you can find it in the UK as well. That a lot of women want to spend money. They want holidays. They want new cars. They don't want old cars. They want always changing the furniture and all the things in the house. I was speaking to it just depends who you meet. I was speaking to a kid in the market in the UK. I says, "Oh, you keep going to the Philippines? You've got a partner there?" "Yeah, I have." I said, "How about you?" He says, "Oh, I'm divorced. I've been on my own for years now, maybe 10, 15 years, I can't remember." I said, "Well, if you're not meeting anybody here, why don't you take a chance and go to Philippines or somewhere like what I did?" "Oh, no, I've heard you can get ripped off there, I've heard stories of people losing their money." I said, "Well, just be careful who you choose and talk to them and use your gut instinct to find somebody." He says, "No, it's a long way." I says, "They won't all rip you off, I said, "How about your last wife?" "Oh, that bitch. She pissed off and took me for half my money and half my business." And I said, "Well, then it happens everywhere. They seem to have it in their mind that if they come to Asia, it's going to happen to them. Depends who you meet and who you're with." Graham says people in the West want more. It doesn't matter what they have, they want more. Most have stacks of stuff, but they are miserable. It's very true. It's called keeping up with the Joneses, from what I remember. And some people work hard, I had a mate working in a foundry they were pulling like steel through and heavy jobs. And he says, "I had enough, I packed it all in." And he says, "I wished I did it years ago." He got some money and he says, all those there, they're working hard all year just so they can change their car every 2 years and go on an expensive holiday for 2 weeks. And that's it. Back to working hard. Heavy work in the heat of a foundry. People in the West want more, and they are miserable. It don't make you happy, does it? Shanley Vlogs is here. Hello, Shanley. Shanley says, hi, everyone. We've got Graham here, and how are you, Shanley? Nice to see you again. We were talking about food, and now we're talking about being happy with what money you've got, and people in the West wanting more and more and more. Keep buying things. There was a time I encouraged guys to try the Philippines. I would get very shallow responses. It was if I was recommending space travel. I don't talk about it anymore. I was only saying today, nobody I know has ever sort of said, oh, can we come out, see you? Or we bumped into two women looking for husbands today in the shopping centre. He said, have you got any friends? I said, yeah. But getting them to come out here, they won't get on the plane and do it. I don't know why. Even they're single and miserable. Graham says, hello, Shanley. M. Jean says, hello, Shanley. Shanley says, hello. How are you, Shanley? Are you okay? ¿Cómo está acá? I am okay. Just getting older is the problem, Shanley. Other than that, I'm okay. I'm trying to stay young. I used to go out jogging, but the dogs started chasing me. So now I just walk fast into the Gazano area. Mabutiako host, thank you. People are frightened to try new things, better to leave them to it. Yeah, you're the mother of Shanley, I know, but I keep calling you Shanley because that's the name of your channel. I know Shanley. I see her with a milk drink, a drink going around Malavasia, I think it's called. Graham says, hello, Shanley, Nanai. There's a lot of people that are frightened to try things. That's why my son said, go on YouTube and get a channel because you're out in the Philippines. He says there's hundreds, thousands of people in a job they don't want to be in. And they will watch your channel because they want to dip their toe in the water, but maybe they never will. But they will watch you to see, you know, how you're faring out there. But probably, even they came out for a month or a few weeks, it's an experience, and then make your mind up. But they're reluctant to even get on a plane. Manila London is here. Hello, Manila London. Graham says, hi, Manila, London. Yeah, nice to see you again, Manila. I was watching your channel today. You were cooking on the table. It looked delicious, but be careful. You've got maybe something hit you on the forehead and a bit of from the pork cooking. But it looked very tasty. Shanley's mother say, Graham, Shanley is sleeping now, and me, I'm ready to sleep also. Yeah, it's after 9 o'clock in the Philippines. Mjin vlog, okay, Lang Din Puma, or Anta Akosa, Tanahan Mao, something like that. Manila, London, hee. Mjin, thank you. Shanley says, hello, hi, Manila, London. So you've just joined Manila, London. Graham is a good chef, a good cook. He was telling us what he was eating earlier. Manila, London also does a lot of cooking. Yeah, mother of Shanley is tiring. Maybe you're up early in the morning, I think. Also, like me, I'm an early morning person, and late this time at night, I tend to fade a little bit. Manila, London is on standby. What are you on standby? You at work or something? Shanley's mother is done in, host 2 hours ago. Manila, London, I'm in the garage, too much to tidy up. You're sorting out the garage area, too much to tidy up. So messy here. Take your time, don't rush. Yeah, I watch your videos, Manila, London. Everybody watch Manila, London. She is a great entertainer, and preparation is out of this world, what she does. Manila, London watches cooking as well. Watches our cooking, watches yours, Jean. Thank you for that. You better keep warm. It's cold now in London, I think. You'll be missing the Philippines for warm weather. Listening about your topic earlier. Thank you. Oh, about YouTube, yeah. I like to have a bit of a moan now and again. It comes with your age. Thank you. So Manila, London is in the garage. It's very messy. She's sorting it out, but having a break for a minute by the sound of it. Shanley has been up early and tiring, going to bed. I think Graham is washing the dishes now. Manila says, let us know what is new to YouTube, what is bad, and what is trend. I'll be listening. Okay, thank you. I just give my own view now and again and have a few jokes about it. I did one where we planted some garlic and we were excited to see how many views, and the next day we looked, we got about 17. And I thought, nobody watches pro videos like this, and I looked, somebody had got 2 million. I'm saying, how's he get 2 million? Is he doing somersaults and landing, planting them? How can you do a video and get very low and somebody can get 2 million? I don't understand how it works, really, this YouTube. Shanley says, good night. See you again. I'm here to support. It's late, need to sleep. Of course you do, Shanley. Thanks for coming, and we'll have to look in on you again soon. Graham says, good night, Shanley mother. Shanley says, bye for now. Manila, London, maybe you should post some of your videos to a Facebook interior design channel, something like that might help you. I don't know. Graham, YouTube is about marketing. So in what way? Marketing yourself. Shanley says tomorrow is busy. She's is busy, mother of 3. Graham says you need to market a channel to get it to take off. How do you do that then, Graham? Shanley says, Graham, good night. Nice meeting you here. How do you market your channel? Good night, Mama, says Graham. Shanley's mama is going. What is your name, Shanley? Shanley's mama. Tell us next time. Hee, says Shanley. Yeah, we all need to market our channel, but how do we do that? Sometimes I look on here at some videos and I think they're fantastic, but they only have a few, maybe they got 100, 200 views. Not mine, but other people's. They do look at other people's and I think, oh, why haven't they got a couple of thousand quickly? And then you look at some others and they might have, I might find it a bit boring, and yet they've got 30,000 views or something. That's what I don't really understand on YouTube. Shanley says, I'm Chris. Hello, Chris. I'm 43 this Friday. You're still young. I wish I was 43. Any Friday. Advance happy birthday. Graham says, Mick, watch hours and hours of boring videos on media marketing. Chris says, Graham says, nice to meet you, Chris. Sleep well, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Inyo. Graham, that's what my son kept telling me to do. It is boring as well. Media marketing. Yeah, it must be to do with marketing, I'm sure, because I've watched some great videos on here and they don't have the views they deserve. It's as if they're not getting pulled out of the system and shown to people. So anybody listening, Graham, who gives good advice, says start with how to use Facebook for marketing, then go from there. Yeah, I've read that. They do say use social media, put things on Facebook. And I'm in some gardening groups and I do post some of my videos to them to try and bring them in. And I do get some extra views, but I wouldn't say I don't notice them subscribing. I think they just watch and then stay on the gardening channel. But I look at that, Graham, some advice for people. Look at YouTube, how to use Facebook for marketing, then go from there. Maybe you can pick some tips up. My son said, "Oh, you're doing okay, but just stick to gardening, just stay on one topic." But it's very hard for me. My garden is so small, and I've got a balcony garden, but I said, we're in the Philippines. I can't just stay up on the balcony garden. And the garden, we haven't got a back garden, just a little bit at the front, size of a postage. How can you run a channel around that? You can just stick with the gardening. So we've branched out a bit. We do a few different topics. If we get an idea, we just stick it on. We've gone into cooking with Jean a lot and making things because that's a hobby, isn't it? But anybody watching, to do well on YouTube, you've got to market your channel and have a look on Facebook, how to use Facebook for marketing, then go from there. Problem with me on Facebook, I've only got about 18 friends because I was never big on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg. It's amazing how Facebook spread. It was just a thing at the university in America for the students to find out who the students were in that university. Graham says, there is tanning cream and there is whitening cream. Both creams are popular within different cultures. Both creams are useless, but people spend money on them. Yeah, they want white cream here and they want cream for going brown in UK, Europe. So why are they popular? The answer is marketing. People spending billions of dollars, pounds, whatever, on useless cream because of marketing. Well, yeah, all the big companies have big budgets for advertising, marketing. it becomes a science when you start looking at it like that, doesn't it? You have to target your, who's likely to watch your channel. And make a strategy, I suppose. There must be, millions, I'm saying, maybe billions. I mean, there's only 8 billion in the world, but there must be a lot of them on YouTube. But to me, it seems as if you look at the statistics, it's the young people mostly that are attracted to this form of social media. Yeah, you see some like 18-year-olds with big followings on here, and some of them are at school and they've got big viewers. For sure, there's older people, but I think it's the young that are mostly on YouTube. I'll give Jean that task tomorrow to check on marketing on Facebook. Jean put one of her cooking videos on Facebook, and we used to have a link to YouTube, but you can do it so that we've just discovered how to do it now, that it plays. And she had like 5,000 views, I think, on Facebook. And I was saying, how do you get those people off of Facebook onto YouTube? They seem like different clientele. You put it on YouTube, and maybe if you're lucky, you might get 300 or 400. But when it came up on Facebook, yeah, plenty of views there. But how do you transfer them across? I think in the Philippines as well, a lot have access to Facebook, but not to YouTube because of how they receive the internet, data on their phones, this sort of thing, if I'm right. Developing a strategy is key, e.g. join as many Facebook groups as possible and post videos that apply to each individual group. Don't blindly post every video though. It will put people off. Yeah, I've been doing that with some of the gardening ones, but whether they come across, they do watch and it can build your views, but whether they come across and subscribe is another thing, I think. I think they're happy in their Facebook channels, a lot of these people. Their Facebook groups. But that's what we were discussing earlier, whether we could, if you've got big views on Facebook watching one of your videos, whether you can transfer them across somehow. But I suppose there is a proportion that will come onto YouTube. Check out the Rileys. Mick, hello, my friend. Where is Jean hiding? She's falling asleep. She's left me to it. You've come at a good time. Graham's telling us how to market our channels and get more, It's like a science. Graham, don't target the locals. There is no money in punters. that are from the third world country target OFWs instead. They are often living in first world countries. Yeah, a lot of ours are OFWs, but a lot of them are like us, maybe like check out the Rileys. They're all trying to sort of make a start and get going. Yeah, OFWs love to watch videos from home. Yeah, we made a couple today in the city, and we keep putting, the areas of Butuan on. Check out the Riley says, I wish I was smart enough to do that. Me too. We're just listening to a bit of advice from Graham. He seems to know a bit of this. He's basically saying check out the Rileys. He's basically saying use the social media, the Facebooks, target your market, join some groups related to what you're talking about and send them some information, which we've been doing a little bit of that, to be honest. And we're just saying you can put something on Facebook, not me, because I don't have a lot of friends on there. I never use Facebook much. But you can put something on there and get quite a few views. But you can't get them across onto the YouTube from there is what seems difficult. Graham says marketing requires time and it is bloody boring. Yeah, I'm always looking for shortcuts. You look at some of these that have got 100,000, some have got 500,000 and more subscribers, and you think, where did all those come from all of a sudden? Did they hit a switch that sort of beamed me up, Scotty, and they were away? That doesn't seem to happen here. You seem to have to keep working hard to get what you get. There doesn't seem a trap door you can fall through and bring all these people along with you. I think you're right, Graham. It's time, and it's a bit boring, probably. Graham, this might be interesting. Graham says, don't put the videos on Facebook. Put the links on Facebook. The links will drive traffic to your YouTube videos. Well, when I've done it, I've put the video with the link there. So if they want to watch it, they've got to hit the YouTube link. But they're hitting it from Facebook and watching it, and then they're back on their Facebook, I always presume. Suppose if you put a catchy title on, and they want to know more, they will have to press the link, something. But so what you're saying is don't let them watch the video on Facebook. Put the link to get them across. It's all very technical. Are you listening, Bill Riley, to this? It's good advice here, if you can get your head around it. Okay, how do you do that? Put your link on, but they've got to come from Facebook to YouTube to watch it.
You already did that one. The The
Yeah.
video we post in Facebook, there is already a link.
Yeah, there's a link, but it's with your video, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you don't want to put the video,
Hmm.
it's only the picture show up in the Facebook with link.
Suppose you could try that way and see what happens. Bill Riley says, I put links on there, but only on my page or group, but I will start putting it on some related groups. Yeah, Bill, you can join groups for gardening. Well, depends what. All sorts of groups there. And you can try and direct them from that group onto your YouTube. Graham says, like I said, you will need to join a bunch of groups to widen your audience. Then you need to service those groups by posting regularly. Yeah, I've joined a bunch on some of the gardening and I get them to, but sometimes it's frustrating because they can have anything from 5,000 to 200,000 members, and you stick one of your gardening videos on, and you think, 200,000 if some of those come across, but you'd be lucky to get half a dozen. Because you can tell from your views how many's coming across. Check out the Rileys, fat Irish American groups. Look out, here I come.
Graham is laughing at Check Out the Riley.
Graham is laughing at Check Out the Rileys, Jean said.
How's the donation or Check Out the Rileys?
Oh yeah, Jean says, hope you're... I don't know whether Graham saw, but he was giving lots of bags of rice, water, tin food to the area hit by earthquake. We haven't caught up on that yet. We saw that you preparing it all and getting... You look very busy, all of you. The Riley family were, they got sacks of rice and boxes of sardines and water, and they were making noodles. I saw them making up 100 bags or so, maybe more. I left halfway through. I don't know how they got on in the end, but they were taking it to some of the affected areas.
No.
North Cotabato. Very kind. Graham says, well done. Yeah, it was big effort. All the kids were working. It was like a little production line going on. $217 bags in the end. 125 gallons of water. Oh, they're going in the morning. That's why we haven't seen anything on that. Oh, very kind. That's a lot of weight to carry as well, because all that rice, water, 125 gallons. You must have a few... Can't just take one car with all that in. You must have a convoy or a truck or something. 2 trucks. Oh, you're not messing about, are you? 2 trucks to carry all that lot. Oh, we'll look out for your, whatever you're posting on there. You want to tell the Red Cross what you're doing? I mean, it's like a mission, isn't it? That's the sort of thing the Red Cross does, and you're doing it on your own, off your own back. You should phone up that channel I told you to work for, TV Patrol. Two trucks. Good luck with that. It'll be an early start in the morning, I'd imagine. The thing with that, Bill, is it's hard work trying to film it all, and because you're so busy doing it at the same time. Check out the Riley says we are meeting with some of the mountain people that haven't come out to get anything, so they will take it up to the families. Yeah, be careful in those areas because avalanches. So looks like a few of the mountain people are coming down and taking it to distribute to the people up there. It takes some organising, all that, liaising with people. So maybe they're big trucks, I think. And an early start, I'd imagine. Oh, I don't know. Yes, they know where it is safe to go. We don't, so we will trust it will get there. I'm sure it will. And you've done your bit getting it there. You can't do everything. In a Hilux, Toyota Hilux. A couple of them. Yeah, those mountains will still be treacherous, avalanches, and there'll be boulders precariously sort of placed where they've settled. Yeah, they've got a good person in the area doing all that. 200 bags. Takes some sorting and packing and the expense of it also. And then delivering to the area. Lining up 2 trucks, liaising with the people. You should get the local radio station to come down and give you some encouragement and merit for your effort. I didn't see much on about aid except it was designated that they should give them some aid there from the government. But also distribution. I mean, the army's here on martial law, isn't it? Maybe they're involved. Yeah, he says, yeah, we're really just out to help those in need. Yeah, I'm sure they'll appreciate a bag full of something, you know. Yeah, it's a big effort from your family, that. So, big journey tomorrow. So we've gone full circle tonight. We started off talking about food, and now we're talking about relief food. Yeah, the kids and everyone really liked helping. Yeah, I see them all doing it. It's like a little supply chain on the go. So you've got plenty traveling with you tomorrow, but maybe not, because there'll be so much weight in those Toyota Hilux. Maybe there's only room for the driver, maybe one passenger. I don't know. No kids, school tomorrow for the boys. School, they're going to school. Well, they've done a fair bit anyway. They will have to watch what videos you make to show where their efforts have gone. So you've had a busy few days doing that, and then tomorrow another busy day. Jean's falling asleep here. School holidays are funny here. The kids were off school last week, their cousin the week before, and the cousin's sister's turned up here. She's got 2 weeks off. So that sort of spans a month, doesn't it? School holidays, but all different times. Yes, going out trying to buy that much is harder here than I would have guessed. Hard to buy it. Well, I see you with those big boxes of sardines. I just thought you'd gone to the local wholesaler. I don't know how many sacks of rice you had there. We bought rice today, and it was all sacks piled up in the back. It's hard carting it back, I should think. So many gallons of water. Sacks of rice, tins of sardines aren't light. Ten big sacks. 10 or so big sacks. Not light. Sardines, noodles. Water is heavy to carry. I should think you'll be glad when you've done your charitable work and done a good job and can relax. But I don't go in with my wife or the price goes up. That's the same here. But you should tell them it's for charity. It's going in the mountains of earthquake victims and the price should come down. Yeah, they always put the price up if they see a foreigner. Although you can always have a little haggle. Itchy eye tonight, sorry. The water place stayed open late to fill up all the water jugs for us. Oh, that was good. What did you say? 250 gallon or something? Can't remember it, but it's a big amount. Yeah, I don't know why they always try and get more, because I think we got money, but we haven't got money, foreigners. They try and put the price up. I once went on the ferry from Malta to the sister island a few years ago, and they had one price for foreigners and one price for the locals. And the price for the foreigners was double the price of the locals. I thought, well, at least they're being open and honest about what they're doing. But in UK, it seems to work the other way now. They're more frightened of upsetting anybody new to the country. That seems to be their way of being politically correct. Yeah, but it made me laugh thinking about that in Malta. Double price for foreigners. Half price for the locals. They're in black and white in the price list. But if they know what you're doing with it, they shouldn't. They should keep the price as low as they can. But I'm sure Mercy sorted it out anyway. Graham is a good cook. If he was around, we could have took some of his T-bones over there. They would have liked those. He was telling us he had T-bone steak the other day. Chicken with cheese earlier tonight. Chili and garlic. It makes your mouth water. But those guys in the mountains will be glad for whatever they can get at the moment. Yeah, Mercy did a good job. And wow, T-Bone says check out the Riley. Yeah, you'll be getting that in America when you were there. Plentiful. When I went to America years and years ago, I was amazed how big the portions were. They stick masses on your plate. It's hard to finish the meal. Yeah, Bill Riley hasn't had a steak since he's been there. It's not big on beef here, is it? A nice steak or a joint of beef roasted in the oven. We buy a bit of beef, but we just boil it in a stew, in a soup or something. But not often. Yeah, you'll miss those steaks in America, I think. Here it's we eat a lot of fish. The pork is always okay. I don't eat a lot of pork, but it's always fresh, isn't it? Because there's so much pork being, so many pigs being slaughtered. There's a good turnaround in it. No beef, maybe cat burgers sometimes. Graham says he buys mince when he's there and maybe make burgers. It's the only beef I can eat there. Yeah, if you can see the lean mince, sometimes what's been available is a bit fatty. I don't like too much fat in it. But I'm sure Graham is buying it, lean mince. Good evening, Timmy Ramjam. Funny, isn't it, Mick? They bang on about USA beef, but our bullocks graze outside on grass as nature intended, and the Yanks are fed on corn and drugs so the cows don't get sick on it. I haven't looked into it really. All I keep hearing about is chlorinated chicken. It'll be in the Fenlands. Graham says I can't stomach the pork. I was never a big pork eater. The pork tastes like it's all fat to me. It is a fatty meat, pork, though. Yeah, it's mainly chicken here and fish for me. Yeah, pork is notorious for being a fatty meat. Her brother came back from Saudi and they roasted this lechon, they call it, roasted a pig. I said to him, wouldn't it have been easier just to get a few pork chops in? It's a big event though, isn't it? It's like a feast. That's okay. It was the 80s Lycra squad that violentized it. You've lost me there, Timmy. Graham, translate for Timmy for me. Yeah, we're all... Check out the Rileys and Graham when he's here and me. Yeah, we don't get a lot of beef. Violentized it. What's that then, Timmy? Violentized. It's a new word. I'll wait for it coming up on Wikipedia or what's that? What's an alternative dictionary or something? I made it up on the hoof. It's a word from Finland. Yeah, pork is the big meat here, but I'm not a big pork fan. Bacon is, but not a lot of choice in bacon here. It's streaky bacon, and to get rid of the fat, you've got to get it crispy. It's tasty though, but you have to crisp it up. I nearly burn it most of the time. Timmy Ramjam says, those orchids were lovely. I must say, as you get older, you see the real beauty in things. It's right that I keep saying beautiful's mine. I'm like that bloke from East Anglia, Bernard Matthews. That's what he used to say about his turkeys. Beautiful. Yeah, it'll come to you one day, Timmy Ramjam. You'll be able to see all the beauty in things that you didn't see before. Graham, I laugh when I see beef in Phil labelled as Australian beef. It tastes like no beef I've ever had here in Oz. It's fake beef. Check out the Rileys. Mick Scott expat is saying he can't comment on your... He wonders if somebody else blocked him. Oh, I don't know. I'll have a look. Sometimes you can knock some things off accidentally, you know, scrolling up and down. I hope it's not me. It was... I'll check it out after this. It wasn't intentional. I'm not very computer savvy, you know. Beautiful, that were it. When he died, they cremated him, didn't they, Bernard Matthews? 1 hour, 37 seconds on medium flame. Graham says, check out the Risley. That seems odd because I don't think Mick has any mods in here. No. Timmy says, Bernard Matthews had many workers renting housing from him, working in his farms and processing. And when he died, he left them. He left them to the workers. Nice one. That's how it should be. Look after them. Bill Riley says just what he said, not sure, just passing it along. I'll have a look at that. There must be something gone off. Yeah, maybe they'll share out a bit more and then I'll come back to the UK for my share. Where Scott can't get on to us. Locked out. But his computer wasn't working properly. Maybe it's him. His computer wasn't working properly that Monday night, and I haven't seen him since. Am I living near? Yeah, Butuan, with a U in. Yeah, I'm living in Butuan, Mindanao. We were in the province. We got flooded out a few years back, but we had to leave anyway because kids at school and university here, they're all at college now. So we're in the centres, which is, just a bus ride away for them. Have I ever met with Fancius? No. I avoid all foreigners here. I just chat with them on here. I haven't met with anybody here. Just folk I bump into at the mall or shopping. Very few from the UK here. The ones I bump into recently, American, New Zealand. Yeah, I'm open to meet folk in Mindanao. Bring some tea bags with you. Joking. I'm going back for some. I'll be there this time next week. I'll be back there. You're going all over Mindanao, you said? Fancius, I don't know who Fancius is. He's obviously in Butuan, is he? Taylors of Arigat. Yeah, sounds nice. It's a bit posh for me. I'm still on Thai food or Yorkshire tea. I buy a big bag with 900 in. I think I buy them at Iceland, somewhere like that. Taylors of Arigat. Something like Graham would drink that. He's a connoisseur. We ate out. Bill Riley says we ate out today. There was 2 white guys in there while I was leaving. So very wild to see even one. There's not many down in Cotabato, I don't think. Timmy says Taylor's made Yorkshire. Yorkshire tea made by Taylor's. I didn't know that. Taylor's in Harrogate. I've been to Betty's when I was posh once upon a time. Or for the day anyway. Yeah, there's no. When I first came to Butuan 10 years, there were hardly any foreigners here at all, but there's a lot more now. And imagine Cotabato, which is down south a bit from near Davao. It's probably like what it was here 10 years ago. There are not many foreigners there, Bill, I don't think. Yup, you can't beat a brew and a Tunnocks wafer. A Tunnocks wafer, what's one of them? Or a ton of wafer, maybe. That's a new word. Check out, Bill Riley says, I always feel like yelling, "Hey, Joe," at them. There's a chance it's their name. Where are you going, Joe? Mexico. They always want to know where you're going, though. Hey, Joe, where are you going? If you're with your partner, they leave you alone. But if you're on your own, they're very inquisitive. I always say Mexico. They don't get any sense out of me. Hey, Mexico, that's South America, isn't it? Yeah. I have a son called Joe. He'd love it here, but he won't come. And they'd get his name right. Feel like a celebrity. There and back. It must be good if your name's Joe, though. You feel like... Because your initial response is just to respond to your name being called. Where is your hat on your head? I just use it for when it's burning this, you know. It keeps the sun off, but it makes your head hot, doesn't it, wearing a hat? You'll be wearing a hat now in Finland to keep the heat in. I used to get into bed with my hat on in England because I didn't have the heating switched on. Saving up coming over here. So just two white, not many white guys, I don't think, in Cotabato. They always ask where you're from, and I add USA on a shirt while they're asking. They've only got to listen to you, they'll know where you're from. Timmy Ramjam is doing the same trick, wearing his hat to bed. Good idea. Merino woolen one. That's Australian sheep, isn't it? Sent from Graham's neck of the woods. Minus the bobble. Graham uses Dilma tea. The only black tea in Ceylon, Sri Lanka. I knew Graham was a connoisseur of tea, look. So you have that without milk, presumably? Yeah. Sounds like it. The only time I've drunk black tea with lemon, but you've got to get a nice tea, haven't you? You don't put tea bags in, surely, with lemon tea. And then I've had Earl Grey tea black. And the only other time is when you go to the Chinese restaurant and they'll serve it up with a few tea leaves in, weak tea, and that's refreshing as well. He goes black in the Philippines because you can't get fresh milk. Just seen a mosquito, excuse me, and just get this racket ready. Can't sleep with that in the room. No sugar and black. Jimmy, I can't be asked to keep an empty milk bottle in the fridge, especially. Bill Riley says there are 3 white and 1 black guy here, local full-time. But I speak to only 1 few times. You miserable bugger. Says check out the Riley. Says to check out the Riley. I think you two know each other from before, don't you? There's no foreigners there. And sometimes when you're in the mall, you see a foreigner come in and he sees you and you walk towards him and you gear up for the exchange and like, hello. And as soon as you get there, they stick their head down and look at the floor and walk past, and I think that was a big non-event. Some are very pleasant. I think some foreigners don't know what to say to each other when they're out of. Well, they don't speak to you if they're in the same country, but when there's just 1 or 2 of you, you think they'd speak really, not go all shy. Yeah, there's a bloody mosquito around. Graham, they all think Graham's American, but they know he's a pobby when he speaks. Different places they will speak more. Says Bill Riley. Yeah, some are very chatty and some just keep quiet. But when I first came here, it was like Spot the Foreigner. And I was in a tricycle once and I passed one on the street. He was that surprised to see me. He fell off the curb trying to wave. There weren't many here, but there's a lot more now. And these subdivisions got a lot of foreigners on. That's like we said earlier, Graham. They're marketed, aren't they, to foreigners and OFW, these places. A lot can't handle themselves and turn to the bottle. I just caught a mosquito. Good shot. That's true. And I have a mate in Pattaya, Thailand, and there's a high suicide rate there. They run out of money, they don't want to go home, or they can't go home and they can't live. There's a lot chucking themselves off buildings and stuff. Well, I've lost my place catching that mosquito. A lot turn to the bottle, yeah. They can't, Graham says they can't distinguish Australian from English. They think we're all American, basically. And there are a lot of Americans here, I think, in Botswana. It's good to see you holding together, says Timmy. Strong constitution. Down in Davao City, there is a lot. What's that? A lot of foreigners. Yeah, that here is full of dickheads. It's full of foreigners. When I was there, there were a lot of Russians there. I took Jean when I went, and they thought she was Thai, so she's having the same trouble we have. They all think we're Americans, and they thought she was from Thailand. Yeah, well, I wasn't that bothered with Patty. I had a mate there, and we just went for a change, just to take her out the country for experience, really. We had she liked it. Just the experience of it, we went to see the Buddhas and that, and supermarkets were a lot better than what they are here. And you could eat in the supermarket cheaply and plenty of choice, and it was good. It was a good experience, just a change from Philippines. The Thai people were okay that we met. We didn't really get involved in the bar life or anything. Graham, you're right. Thailand is popular choice. Philippines is less known. I prefer it that way. Keeps the wankers out. Yeah, my mate says it's all the fat women are out at the moment in Pattaya, because all the Indians and Pakistanis are over there, and they're like bigger women. It's a wealthy country, says Tim. People that think it isn't just believe the Western propaganda. Thailand seems wealthier. That mate of mine says they want the Chinese and all their money there. They're not bothered about folk from UK and Australia and that now. Certainly it felt poor. Philippines feels a lot poorer than Thailand when you go, even just traveling on the coach from Manila, Bangkok down to Pattaya. Looked a lot, Jean said that, looked a lot richer everywhere. And they've suffered with the exchange rate there. I think it's perhaps dropped about 25% compared with 15% here, the pound exchange rate against the baht. A lot are going to Vietnam now, aren't they? In fact, my oldest lad came out to Vietnam. He never bothered to call in here. I went to Bali, Vietnam. He liked Vietnam. He thought the people were good. So why don't you call in on me in the Philippines, only down the road? Oh, it's another plane ride to see you when you're in the UK. The good thing about the Philippines, they all speak good English. They all apologize, saying, oh, sorry for our English, but they're conversing with you and having a chat and keeping up. What's to apologize for? The English is amazing. Bill's off to bed because he's got a long day. He's out distributing a lot of stuff in those earthquake areas. I'll have a look in on that, see. Good luck, have a good day. Pengamping, take care. Regards to Mercy. See you, Bill. Night, Bill. Graham asking Timmy, do you think you will do any traveling to the Philippines? You might just like it there. I will be in December, Graham. Are you about, Graham? Graham hopes you enjoy your time. Oh, Graham is due in December. Scott is due in December, but I get confused. I think it's next December now. For those of you that know Scott. Cool, I will be meeting Bama. Oh, good. Don't know these people. December's a good time to go. It will be cold in UK. Graham's going into North Luzon, I think. Graham says treat Bama like a Scouser. Leave your wallet in the hotel safe. I didn't know the reputation of Scousers travel to Australia. It's a small world. In the mountains, kill a man for Gio. Kill a man for Gyro. So you've both come across Bama before. Some stirring going on. Get back to sleep. Bama laughing and blasting on PI Jenna for time and immemorial. Make think of a gypsy with an American accent. Seemingly anyway. I didn't see any gypsies out this way, but must be one or two. There's still a few people here, but Bill Riley's gone to bed. Busy day tomorrow. He's a mellowed countryman. A bit abrasive in his youth, but mellowed. Graham says 6 watching, 2 typing. Keep going, boys. You're entertaining them. Say hello if you want. Sometimes it's difficult if speaking Filipino, the gene is best for being online then. I'm listening as well because you two are having a chat now. Bama the Gypsy. Yeah, when I first came to the Philippines, I came with somebody a bit abrasive. He was a bit of a bruiser and liked to drink. The idea was he was going to look after me because it's a dangerous place, he said. But he got sick. I ended up looking after him. We had to quit the trip early. He got some tropical disease. All his wounds opened up on his skin. I reckon it was all the sugar in his blood from the alcohol that was already in his system when he turned up here. Do you have a decent supplier of bread, or do you need, spelt with a K, very subtle? Do you need your own? Oh yeah, sorry, it's part of the sentence. And get Gene into the artisan bread lot? No, we just buy a bit of bread in the shop. I get a bit of wholemeal bread here now. But there are some good bread shops. Even we went to the province, the village before, surprised. There was a shop just selling bread. I never seen like that in the province before. Graham, they can all understand English but soon get nosebleed. Pickled. Bread we're now checking out. Ovis comes to mind. Some English jokes here. You go back to sleep. I'm waking Gene up. I like that Ronnie Barker sketch with Ovis where he's walking up the hill and it lasts for about 30 seconds. He says, my dad always used to say, it was a bloody long way to fetch a loaf of bread. It gets to the top of the hill. That's a good Yorkshire. I'm not from Yorkshire, but I've spent some time there. We're now taken out. Bread with nothing taken out. A lot of that white bread, it's nothing in it, is there? So Timmy Ramjan's on his way to the Philippines, as is Graham. Had a hard day. I'm just done so my English doesn't get rusty. It's all Visaya here, so I don't want to get back to the UK and find I've forgotten the language. Yeah, it's sweetened bread, isn't it? Bread with sugar in here. I can't eat the sweet bread. I prefer my bread to taste like bread, not stale ice cream. I never thought of it as that. Yeah, I remember a foreigner in a supermarket saying, "Don't they have any bread here that don't taste sweet?" You ever had any run-ins with the local bobbies? No, off the top of my head. They're usually fairly friendly to the foreigners. Even when I came on my own with that mate of mine and we were out boozing all the time, never had any trouble with them. Why are you expecting a bit of trouble, Timmy, when you get here? Well, I've been back and forwards for 10 years because I've had to work, so I used to work summers and come back here. So I've been coming here for 10 years, but going back to work. But last few years, although I've come back to the UK, it's not been for long. I'm coming back soon, but only for 3 weeks. I find if I stay, I've been here 6 months when I come back. Go back for 3 weeks, and then I'm coming back for another 6 months. But I've got to go back because one of my lads getting married, and I'll probably stay a bit longer. Yeah, I have 2 sons, 32, 34. No grandkids. They don't seem bothered about having kids. find when I get back to the UK, I haven't. Now I sold my house there because I sold up and bought out here with what I got left after paying the banks and everything. I don't really. I've been dependent on like staying with sister or sons, but I don't like to outstay my welcome. Ah, Timmy likes me. Thanks, Tim. I like you, Tim. Yeah, it's good to see them, but they get pissed off with you after a while, and you have to be a bit careful, not stay too long. And if you start renting a place there, it's expensive. Bloody hell. Be conservative and you will be fine. If you insist on going out, don't get plastered. Being there drunk in a third world country makes for opportunistic behaviour with undesirables. I think if you're going to get drunk, you're best in, if you're going to get plastered and like go for it, you're best in a touristy area than being in a local area. You're best with plenty of other foreigners, I think. I should think if you're getting drunk and you're in a local area, there could be, alcohol can always lead to a bit of trouble, can't it? You seem like you got your head screwed on. It's probably took a long time. Loyal to your lads and having a life for yourself, balance. Yeah, I keep going back. I can't, I've got a mate and there's an American here. He ain't been back for 14 years. I don't understand that. Keep saying to Jean, I think he's perhaps wanted or something. Why wouldn't you go back? See, you've got 3 kids there, grown up, but they're still his kids. I am 2 scores. I stopped the ale game a while ago now. Yeah, I've eased up on that now. I've enjoyed it when I've had it, but I don't need it now. I still like a little bit now and again, but I'm not reliant on. I don't have to drink every day. That's the thing in the UK. It's a habit forming thing. Everybody drinks every day. The thing, if you get drinking here with the locals, you could end up. They haven't got money and they want to keep drinking, and they'll be wanting you paying for it if you're in with all the locals drinking. Two scores. Yeah. 40 years old. Good time to come here, really. 40. The world is your oyster again. Although you can come here at any age, really. You're not penalised here the older you get. Timmy says a crate of Emperador should keep them going a while. Brandy's cheap here and their local rum tando are very cheap. Graham enjoys a beer or 10, but I refuse to drink every day. Once or twice a week is plenty for me. I'm about like that. I find now that I don't drink. I used to think I needed a drink to sleep at night, but now I don't drink. I find a drink disturbs the sleep pattern. I wake up too early. I can wake up at 5 o'clock, but I find I'm waking up at 3 o'clock or something stupid. And I can't drink too much. I begrudge the hangovers these days. Timmy stopped because he used to black out weeks at a time. That sounds like you went on a few benders, really. I was surprised how easy it was. I thought I'd struggle to give up booze. I was surprised how easy it was. Because even when I was in the house in the UK, I'd have a bottle of whiskey there and a few beers. It was just a habit-forming thing. You get bored or at a loose end and you think, what to do? Oh, I'll have a drink. I think that's why I drink tea so much now. Used to drinking something, so it's tea. But there's a culture of drinking in, I don't know if it's the same in Australia, probably. But in the UK, that's what folk do. They come in, they've been at work, they're a bit stressed. The women always open a bottle of wine. If you watch all the films, even these films are pointed out to Jean, they're always drinking on them. They're always pouring glasses of whiskey all through the day. I said it'll get like smoking. They were always smoking in the old films. It'll be the same with, it'll all get banned in time. All the booze in film. Coronation Street's another one. They're always drinking. That's probably why I was. Everybody's caught up in it all. But I think they go out now and go on benders, don't they? I mean, I've been on two myself in the past, but the young kids are all out on the town getting hammered. Graham, don't let Barry talk you into Brozzies. Find a girl online before you have nothing serious. Before you leave, nothing serious, just a girl to have fun with. If she's a reasonable girl, she will protect you from stupid rookie mistakes. That's very good advice, that. Timmy says, Mick, I'll put Graham's on. He's not come through for some reason. Just have a look at that before you go, Timmy. That's good advice. Plenty you should meet online. That's what I didn't do when I first came. Mick, I'll speak to you soon. Much love. I meant what I said earlier. Good man. Face the day head on. Graham. Later, champ. Yeah, nice talking to you, Timmy. I'll speak again soon. And listen to Graham. I think he's giving you good advice there. Chat to some online and they will look after you and protect you, and it's useful even as old and wise as you think you are. Makes a difference. Graham, later, Timmy. Yeah, when I first came, I just came on spec, I thought, you can meet easily there. But if you're in a tourist area, perhaps it's not the right place. It's best to chat to somebody first and you don't have to stick around. You can meet up, and if you say, I've got to go now, then that's it. Who's to say? Seems to be no end of Westerners. They're all happy to help. Trouble is, they have crappy advice that often gets you into trouble. Yeah, I don't know who is advising him out here. He seems to have some friends. Timmy. I've watched a few on some of the videos here, Westerners. They look like down and out. Some of them, you know, you've got to avoid that. They're living like hand to mouth, you know, just looking for where the next drink's coming from, and some men actually believe the myth. Filipinos are lined up at the airport looking to sleep with a white guy. They're looking for a partner, but they're selective also. Because a lot of them have had husbands and maybe have been let down. They're not keen to make that mistake again. I don't know what Timmy's just coming on a venture on a holiday he's not been before. Yeah, that's the best advice. Go meet somebody, and like you say, a Filipino woman for a foreigner turning up here will look after him and take care of him if he finds the right one he's chatting with. Makes life a lot easier. They do everything for you. Get you from A to B, find you where to eat, to stay. Then pressed for time, when the penny drops, these men head to the seedy parts of the Philippines looking for a little comfort. That's the trouble, you don't need them here. Yeah, time's running out, they turn up. Yeah, I think Timmy should listen to you, Graham. You're giving him good advice there. Because he seems a good kid. You don't want to getting a mess over here. I don't know how long he's coming for, but it doesn't matter. You still got to get things right. You don't want to be stuck with some pisshead that's out of control. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see folk. Most that I meet out here are just settled and doing okay. They're all with Filipino, with their wives, girlfriends, whatever. They're just having a normal life. Maybe like you say, you get out to the seedier parts, there's all sorts hanging around. I bumped into them at the airport. Some are just in there looking to tap money, you know. Sad stories, and I think, oh, why are you getting yourself in a mess? But he seems okay, that kid. I think he's looking for, you know, sorting things out. He's after maybe a bit of advice. He should listen to you. Maybe he's coming on his own. It can be a bit daunting. You come out of Manila Airport. There's everybody in his whatever trying to. You want taxi, sir? You want hotel? Chances are you'll be getting ripped off as soon as you walk out. It's Asia. It's not Melbourne, Canberra, or whatever. Not Dover. First thing you do coming out of that airport, you get in a metered taxi so you don't get ripped off, one that has its number checked. Plus you don't know what their motives are. Some piss poor planning wise guys that won't be told always come undone. Yeah. I get the impression he's looking for a bit of advice though, Tim. So that's good for him. Yeah, a lot of clever. I seem to bump into all these guys at the airport. They must be congregating there. They call what's called the know-it-all. I don't notice that so much here, but when I was in Thailand, Pattaya, which, like that lad said, is not a great place, there seemed a variety of those types there. I think that mate of mine, because he's married to a Thai woman, she works in a hotel there. He could probably give us plenty stories of that out there. And a few coming unstuck as well. A few getting killed and banged up in prison. And jumping off buildings. Yeah, if a guy can have a penile, meet him at the airport, he'll be head of the pack. Even if she's only temporary, it will provide an introduction to the culture. Yeah, just stay with her, look after her, and she'll look after you. Yeah, it's a big plus, that. If you're with a penile, they leave you alone as well. They don't pester you. They know that she's going to take care of you. She's going to be in charge of the money. She's going to tell you, no, it's too much. You don't go there, don't do this. Even here, it's a different experience if I'm with Jean. Now, if I go out on my own, they're like, want to know what you're doing, where you're going. They haven't interested you. They're like confused as a foreigner walking around on his own here, and especially in Mindanao where there's not so much. I don't know how Bill Riley gets on. There's hardly any down there. But if you're with your female partner, it's just normal. Everything's in control. I mean, I do venture out on my own. I like to walk in for a bit of exercise. I might be doing that tomorrow. But I'm just fairly pleasant with everybody and sociable, and you can sense if it's a bad situation, which you don't really often. Gets interviewed if he's out about on his own grey. What, get interviewed by your partner or? I don't think. Gene knows I'm only going out for the shopping. I'm with you. Interviewed by old ladies that have a niece or daughter that is looking, yeah. Yeah, that's happened. Or even if you're with your partner, they want to know if you got a brother or that happened today. We put her two friends on looking for a husband. The mother and daughter, both after a husband, and the mother had been a widow for like 28 years. You get things like that happening here. If they were in the UK, they would have partners, both of them, because I don't know whether there's a shortage of women in the UK and the West. But the amount of women that's available to these foreigners coming over, if they treat them properly, is big. I've seen that video. I think the daughter has a chance if she has no kiddos. And no husband. I never checked, but the problem for the older women here, all the foreigners coming want a younger woman, and the younger women are available to them. But that woman, if she was in the UK, would have a partner, no problem. I remember in the UK going on a dating site, and the woman says to me, "Ah, you're too old for me." I thought, bloody cheek, she was 4 years older than what I was. So I go with younger men than you. You come here, it's the opposite. But that's the problem. Older women here, all the younger women are superseding them to what's available, I suppose. Sometimes it's just chance. We stuck her on YouTube. I didn't see if anybody, maybe nobody will, because we don't get that many views, but could be somebody just has a look and thinks, oh, she's cute, and gets talking, or may not be interested at all. But they ask you as if you've got a ready supply of mates that are wanting to come. Although I think Bill Riley's brother and his father have all got fixed up together. Mercy's the matchmaker. But blokes I've talked to, like you say, they don't go through with it. They're interested to see what you're doing, but they won't. When comes to shove, they won't get on a plane. Most older men are not interested in worn-out women with bad attitudes. Many are alone here. Yeah. A lot of these women, when either they get widowed or the husband goes, they're very good and they throw themselves into the family, looking after kids, because for sure it's a hard job to bring them up. And when they've done that, then they start looking for a husband or a partner. And they've got old bringing their families up, unfortunately. A lot are not bothered about Filipino men because... But what about the older Filipino men? There must be some on their own here. That chap who I gave my groceries to is on his own. Said his wife cleared off because he wasn't making enough money. Well, you're not making enough money, I'm off. But when you're in this country, you feel as if the women outnumber the men, and I've looked at statistics and it doesn't seem an imbalance. It seems there's that many women and single mothers looking for a partner. I never noticed it anywhere like this before. Yeah, the age gap thing is in the culture here for sure. It's as apparent as the white cream out here for your skin and the brown cream back in the West. It's the opposite. Riza Kamari says, "Good evening, sir. How are you?" Good evening, Riza. How are you? Graham says, "Hello, Riza. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Riza Kamari." We were just talking about. She's good. We were just talking about foreigners and coming to the Philippines and meeting a Filipina. We were telling one from UK it's best to meet somebody and get friendly before you come. It's best to have a Filipina meet you at the airport than turn up and be wandering around on your own, hitting the bars, getting drunk. Raiza is from the Philippines. Hi, Raiza. Graham is coming to the Philippines soon. He was in Baguio not long ago. I'm in Butuan with my partner here. I'm from the UK, and Graham here is Australian. Are you OFW, Raiza? Says Graham. Raiza in Saudi. We had Jean's brother from Saudi recently. We killed a pig. We had lechon. I'm not sure if he's Jeddah or Riyadh or what. Where's your brother from? Riyadh or Jeddah? Jeddah? Jeddah. Yeah, it's a tough life. We both appreciate that. When I go back to the UK, sometimes I change planes. I'm with a lot of OFWs, chat to them. They're very, very hard-working, resilient people. They sacrifice to have better life for their families. Just excuse me, folks, and just pay a visit to the CR. I've been sat here for a few hours. I'll be right back. Right, he's OFW. Is that my cake or yours?
Mine. Hello, Raisa. Kumusta ka na dyan? Kumusta ka dyan sa Saudi? Sana
okay lang yung kalagayan mo dyan. Sana happy ka. Kahit na sad. Alam kong sad yung mga ang mga OFW kasi malayo sa mga pamilya nila. Pero saludo talaga ako sa mga katulad niyo, sa mga katulad mo kasi napaka-brave ninyo. Sana mabait yung amo mo. I hope that you are in a good position, that you have a good boss. Raisa Komari, yes, thank you for your concern, Graham. Hopefully you too. Graham, did Mick wake huge? Graham asking if did you wake me up?
Come back to ask about that roasted pig. I'm gonna get a little tan now.
I just because he need replacement. What happened? Raisa, anong oras na ba dyan sa Saudi ngayon? I should push on laters everyone. 5. Graham said he should push on laters everyone. I think he's going. Come here.
Going?
I don't know.
Sorry, Graham. Yeah, Graham's off to bed, I think. See you later, Graham. Enjoyed the chat.
Thank you for your time,
Yeah,
Graham.
good advice to that kid as well.
Thank
Graham
you.
is sensible.
Thank you for being here, Graham. Thank you for your
Nice to chat with Graham. He's
always
good lad.
support, Graham. Thank you. Have a nice
See you next time.
evening. See you next LS. God bless.
Razor is there still, I think. Yes, Graham hopes she has a good situation there. Are you coming back to the Philippines for Christmas, Razor? Oh no. Oh. It's getting late here. It's 11:30. Time flies when you're chatting. Cheers everybody, I'm having small amount of tandoori to send me to sleep soon. Making me cough. Not used to it. We're having a good chat on here tonight. We've discussed everything from mainly food to and then it came back to food.
Plenty topics.
Plenty topics. how to come to the Philippines if you're a foreigner. Graham gave good advice. It's best to have a Filipino woman waiting at the airport for you than meeting one when left to your own devices. Good morning, Mick Flanagan in the Philippines. So, if you're still there, anybody, I don't know. Maybe getting late here. Maybe time to go to bed. I don't know what time it is where you are. So maybe I'll say good night to anybody if you're still out there. Apologize if you've not been there long, just coming on, but can see you again next time. So, thanks for joining in. Thanks for being here. Good night. Good luck.